YouTubers, and welcome back to another Doctor Who action figure review. In today's review, I'm taking a look at the second 12th Doctor variant from Series 9, which is the version of the outfit that he wore in Under the Lake and Before the Flood. So, once again, thanks to Character Options and Evolution PR for sending over an advanced copy of these figures for me to take a look at, and so let's begin by looking at the packaging. So the figure comes in the new Collector's Series packaging that we've seen on previous 12th Doctor figures and the Missy figures and Clara. It features the current Doctor Who logo and a few box outs of information. And then on the back we have a picture of the figure and a little biography about the 12th Doctor. So out of the box, let's take a look at the articulation. So he has articulation at the neck. The shoulders can move back and forth. It's slightly hindered by the coat, but they're also on a joint so that they can swing outwards as well. They have articulation at the biceps, at the elbows, and also at the wrists. Down to the waist can also swivel. The legs have articulation at the hips, allowing them to move forwards and out to the sides. He also has articulation at the thigh. His knee can pivot back and forth. And he also has ankle articulation that can also rotate. So again, just like the previous version of this figure, the head sculpt, a much better likeness of the 12th Doctor, but it still has that softness to the sculpt. It just needs extra lines. It could just look a little bit older. It's such a shame, but I think it does look better, particularly when you look at it in profile. You can see the hook nose. It looks better. One thing he does seem to have slightly different compared to the previous figure I reviewed is the hair seems to be lighter in places. The highlights seem to be a bit stronger. Obviously, that's just luck of the draw of how the figures come, but here he just seems to be a little bit lighter. So looking at him from the front, it doesn't look quite so dark. The sculpting on the coat, very crisp, very nice. All the fine details, the buttons, the buttonholes, the seams around the lapels, the pockets, all very well done, including the red lining on the inside of the coat. He's also wearing a hoodie like the previous version. This time it's in a green colour rather than blue. It features the same details like the silver zips. And also this time he isn't wearing his t-shirt, he's wearing his black jumper with the holes in it. Here the holes have been represented with white patches of stars, so it's like a star-filled effect jumper. And then round to the back, you can see the hood of the hoodie just draping over his shoulders. Again, very nicely sculpted in this green colour. Again, he also has the buttons on his cuffs painted red in places. He still has the gold ring on his finger. And then moving down to the trousers, these are much more like the ones that we saw on the Series 8 versions of the 12th Doctor. Just the blackish grey colour. And then we have the same glossy boots, nicely sculpted, very crisp, all the fine details of the laces and the holes. And again, he also comes with his sonic screwdriver, as we see from the end of the series. Again, this is very nicely sculpted, incredibly well done. The paint applications highlight the sculpt very well. You can see all the small details, the blues, the silvers, the golds. It's very nice indeed, even down to the on-off switch. Now, personally, I think I prefer this version of the 12th Doctor, which is surprising because I thought I'd quite prefer the other one with the white shirt. But for some reason, I think that this new dark version works a little bit better. I quite like the green of the hoodie, and I quite like the black jumper underneath. Overall, I think it's great to have some new 12th Doctors in the line. Definitely wasn't something that we were expecting by any means. Like I said, it's a shame about the head sculpts on these guys. They could just do with just being a little bit sharper. It's just a little too soft for my liking. Again, slightly too big, I think. They could be a bit smaller because, you know, this figure is almost 6 inches, so it would be good to see them sort of scaled down just a tiny bit, just to sort of fit them in more with the previous figures that we've bought. So, thank you all for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all again very soon for another Doctor Who action figure review.